What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gerald from Bank of Gerald here with another video update. Today is Wednesday, February the 12th, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a cold day here in the DMV, and we are so excited today to be talking about something still to this day that is still a working project, is still an amazing cryptocurrency project. It is in the move to earn space, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you that don't know what move to earn is literally what it says. If you're moving, you're earning. And that is a beautiful thing with this project called Movequest. Now, I've gotten a few emails, I've gotten a few text messages, I've gotten a few things about what is Movequest. People are starting to see it now more frequently. They're starting to see more people talk about it. They're seeing me exclusively talk about it almost, where when I say exclusive, that means it's pretty much the only thing that I'm talking about right now on my channel. And it's become a part of my lifestyle. It is something that has enabled me to help change my lifestyle for the better. For those of you that don't know, I have lost over 50 pounds. I'm getting closer to 60 pounds, but I'm trying to put some muscle on. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different. Muscle weighs a little bit more than fat, for those of you that did not know that. But it has allowed me to have some motivation in changing my life. And a part of this journey that we're going on is about becoming more physically fit. It's about becoming the best version of ourselves. And then down the line, we're able to reward ourselves with this amazing opportunity called Movequest and the token and what the token could do. For those of us that are familiar with the tokenomics a little bit, we know that it mirrors Bitcoin in a lot of different ways. And as the opportunity grows in its community, which we do very, very strongly believe that it will. Ladies and gentlemen, the price of this token can even surpass Bitcoin. And if you could imagine being able to mine Bitcoin early in its stages, when it was $8, when it was $10, when it was $100, when it was $1,000, if you could have mined Bitcoin with any machine, computer, laptop, phone, device, whatever, if you could have done it, would you have taken advantage of it, knowing what you know right now today on February the 12th, 2025? I think that is the opportunity that we have with Movequest, but we have the opportunity to mine this MQT with our movement, with our physical movement. And it's one of those things that allows me to be reminded how much I shouldn't take my physical movement for granted. It doesn't require me to go out there and run a marathon or anything like that every day. But some of the things that it motivates you to do can really help change your life and has already changed the lives of so many. Today, what we're going to go through and talk about real quickly, and I want to say this before I even get into this, I do believe that everyone should take some time to watch these Tuesday night calls that Lynette does. She has been preparing us. She has been preparing us, even though sometimes the message to me can seem like, oh, well, I've heard that before. Well, it's reinforcement. That's what that is. I'm reinforced every Tuesday night that this platform is sound. It is built the right way. It has the tokenomics to last for generations, right? All it needs is a strong community, and it already has a pretty strong community. And we're out there sharing, and when this thing becomes live all the way, and the app is live, and the website is there, they've already done their legal stuff with the LLC. I forget what they called. They named they Movequest Labs. I think that's what it's called, Movequest Labs LLC or whatever. They finished that stuff that they needed to get done before they decided, or before they could put the application out on the App Store. You know, we've been using Test Flight for the Get Fit mining app, and we do believe we're going to have some exciting stuff come to us over the next 7 days. Now, I'm saying 7 days because I'm giving a few extra days after the 15th, because we all know how technology goes, and we know how Movequest technology has been very, very game-changing. All right. And sometimes when you're doing some game-changing things, you have to give some time for technology to run smooth. We already know that when we start using it, we're going to start seeing some hiccups and things that they're going to need our feedback on. So different things of that nature. But man, when this thing is up and running and going, I'm so excited about what it can do. And I hope you guys are excited too. Another thing that I want to mention really quickly before I go into this, the bits and pieces of this presentation that Lynette did last night, I want to mention that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor, all right? I am just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking it out in many different platforms and opportunities, nothing more and nothing less than that. Now, if you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, and please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man or the Telegram folks or anybody on Discord, anybody that's asking you for your information in this space and in the comment section. Let's stay diligent and vigilant in this space, all right? I want to go to the YouTube channel. It's actually Ken the Consultant. Kenneth is one of the members of the team that helps us understand what Movequest is. He's put on so many different presentations and different things like that. He's a part of the I'm calling it their corporate team. They have a team that they talk to of leaders. I'm not quite a part of that team yet, but my upline is. So any information that I need, I know how to get it. But I just mentioned that because it's on his page right now. I'm sure it will be on the actual Movequest page later. But in this video, Lynette, right? You see Lynette? She talks about the many things that are Movequest. And I want to start with, I want to see if it'll show me that opening slide. Here we go. Movequest, health and wealth. And I'm just kind of zoom in on that so you guys can see that. All right. Now I want to, before we get into, I want to give some context, right? So Movequest, the token, as I refresh the page right now, is at $8.05, right? And it stayed pretty much at that range for quite some time. It hasn't, well, it's dipped quite some. It's been, the liquidity pool steps in and kicks in. And, this is going over now the span of, this is December. So it was as high as, in the $15 range in December. And we all know it was fairly high previous to that. It had seen a high of over $100. So we know what Movequest can do, right? And this is the back office to Movequest, but I want to go back to the presentation right here. It says Movequest, the revolutionary bridge between health and wealth. Let's go on and move through this, all right? So it says Movequest, reward yourself to be the best version of you. And I really want to key into that. This is an opportunity for us to reward ourselves for being the best version of us physically, all right? Which I do believe kind of spills over and creates some other things mentally and fiscally as well. But anyway, let's get into it. Number one, health and fitness optimization. It encourages daily movement through proof of physical activity, or POPA, all right? For those of us that know some mining language, proof of activity or proof of activity on the blockchain is how mining is credited in hash, right? I think that's the best way to kind of explain it simply. But all of this has to do with blockchain activity, right? And reporting things to the blockchain. In order for miners to be able to get the Bitcoin that they mine, I think they have to submit their proof of activity of mining to the blockchain in order to get that. So we do the same thing in order to get our MQT. It tracks steps, distance, calories burned, workouts, and sleep to incentivize a healthier lifestyle. Now, what do you know out there that is going to incentivize you for steps that you get on a daily basis, the distance in those steps that you get, the calories that you've burnt that day, the workouts that you decided to take that day or do that day or complete that day, or even start that day? You may not even completed it, but you started it, right? And the sleep, all right? And for those of you that don't know how to get that, Sleepmeister is a great app that we are using right now that is allowing us to really take a good account of the sleep that we're getting. Anyway, and it also promotes a long-term fitness consistency by turning activity into real rewards. I cannot tell you how many times in my personal life, even as a college athlete, all right, I played college sports. I played college baseball. I played football and baseball in high school. And one thing that I can tell you is, as a seasonal athlete, sometimes you have those times where you're like in an off season, where you're not working as hard as you were during the season or preseason, right? This promotes long-term fitness consistency because every day you're submitting to the blockchain what you're doing, your steps, your workouts, you're doing this every day. So it's adding to the awareness that you have every day, which is promoting long-term fitness consistency. You're more inclined to do it every day if you're involved every day in some point, in some form or fashion. All right. And the number 2 of this, now that was the health and fitness optimization. Now this is the earn while you move. The users of Movequest are mining MQT tokens through movement, creating passive income. Leasing miners allows users to earn without new money entering the system. All right. So when you lease a miner to someone that is out there in the community or that wants to be a part of it, they don't have to mint a miner. They're just leasing it from you. You determine the price. And for those of us that have been acquiring these extra miners, those are the miners that we have to lease, right? For those of you that are new, you have that same opportunity through the hatchery to gain all these miners immediately just for turning your MQT in for a certain amount of time. And you'll be able to have those miners as well. You can hatch, you can evolve and merge these miners to increase mining power and earnings. Now, some of these are terminology specific to Movequest and its community and an opportunity. To hatch a miner, you're using the hatchery, right? The hatchery is specific to the Movequest opportunity. When you're evolving a miner, that means you're taking it from one level to the next. And there is a level miner that you cannot achieve in the hatchery. You must evolve to it, and it's called the Titan miner, which is the top miner. All right, we've been talking about tightening up, right? If you want to tighten up, you need to evolve. And to merge miners, that is what it takes to turn the vanguards into those titans, right? You have to merge 2 of them to become one titan. All right. So if you want one titan, you have to do a merge, right? So you'll learn that terminology as you're involved in the ecosystem in that way. Now let's move on forward, see what else they have here on the slides that they provide. I'm just kind of skipping through as far as I can. Now, this is about an hour and 10-minute presentation that she does. I strongly suggest everyone listen in. All right. I strongly suggest, because there's no amount of explaining that I can do that will give you the type of explaining that it will come from the developer herself, the person that has put this together. All right. Now, number 3, it is 100% decentralized, ladies and gentlemen, and it's self-sustaining. It does no longer need us. Now, to grow, it needs a community, but that doesn't mean that it'll go away. It doesn't need more people to stay around. And that is the beautiful thing about it. If it doesn't get another person, it will be able to sustain itself to 2060 and beyond already, just based on the tokenomics that it has. Now, of course, we want to see it grow. Now, let me just let them explain that so I don't have to talk so much. No reliance on external funding. The ecosystem fees recycle into the liquidity, which strengthens the project. Smart contracts handle all the transactions, which is ensuring the security and the transparency. You'll be able to see everything on the blockchain if that's what you want to be able to see. Smart contracts is handling it all. Users have full control of their data and earnings. Movequest does not store, share, or sell personal data. Now, the data that is being used is already being acquired by our phones. That stuff is already being done. My Apple phone has Apple Health. It's taking my steps already. My wearable that I wear, my Apple Watch, is taking my statistics already. I can turn a workout on from it. You know, all that different stuff, it's doing that. It's actually, this wearable is a tool that is working with Movequest seamlessly. This Apple Watch, all right? And I love it. So number 4, utility-driven economy. MQT is not just for mining. Users can spend it on upgrades, dock fees, challenges, marketplace purchases, leasing, and so much more you'll be able to use your MQT for. So it has utility, ladies and gentlemen. When you are talking about a token, you want it to have utility. Dynamic economy where the token value increases with user engagement. As we continue to get more users involved in this project, and we are all engaging with the ecosystem, we're going to see the token value continue to increase, ladies and gentlemen. And we've already talked about the fact that it can be even higher than Bitcoin, all right? Movequest liquidity, USDT with, all right, let me start that over. Movequest liquidity is USDT with MQT for stability and reducing volatility. It could have paired with Avalanche. It could have paired with the many different tokens or coins that it will be having a relationship with in the future, but it paired itself with USDT for stability and reducing volatility. All right, we're going to move on forward here, see what else they have on this. Number 5, multiple income streams. Let's talk about that. We are able to earn through mining the MQT, leasing our miners, which we'll be able to set a fee, and the people that lease them from us will be able to pay that fee to us directly. We'll have quests, which will make it even more competitive for the users that are involved to go out there and even maybe probably push themselves a little further than they would have. Quests and challenges, pretty cool. And hatchery staking. All right. A marketplace allows users to buy, sell, and trade the NFT assets, which are our miners. All right. So we'll be able to buy, sell, and trade those NFT assets, and we'll be able to have the ability to acquire boosts and rare collectibles, which provide additional earning potential. We've already talked about the boost that was given to us through Christmas time. Everyone got that little cool neon water bottle that I kind of compared to the water bottle that they had on Space Jam, right? That Mike's Secret Sauce or Juice or whatever. And then the rare collectibles provide additional earning potentials. Who knows? We could be able to have these collectibles kind of like trading cards that enable our miners to do more. One thing that has also been talked about for tightening up, for those that tighten up, ladies and gentlemen, those titans have the ability over time in the next few weeks, probably before March, into the first week of March, hopefully before April, we'll be able to see those titans turned on to where we'll be able to see them increase their mining powers to 1,000% plus. And only the titans can do that. Only the titans can do that. I repeat, only the titans can do that, okay? And you will be able to see that in the actual ecosystem in the future, and I'm excited about that. Low cost, high value entry is number 6. Affordable starting point compared to traditional mining and fitness-based crypto projects. Ladies and gentlemen, it costs $50 to mint your navigator to mine. The very first, I think it's called, it's a mover. I apologize. Is it on a mover? Let me go and check. Navigator is what it's called, all right? The Navigators, Trailblazers, Explorers, Vanguards, and Titans. It used to be called a mover. But the Navigator, it only costs $50 to mine, to mint. All right, to mint your first miner in Movequest, it only costs $50. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're using the hatchery and you're just purchasing the MQT and you're submitting to the blockchain with Avalanche and all that different stuff, you'll be able to get in for even less. You'll be able to have some of these miners for even less than you would have had to pay to mint them. All right, so it's affordable. Great starting point to, compared to traditional mining and fitness-based crypto projects. And this is what the miners cost right now, all right? Users can start small and grow their assets over time without large upfront investments. Now, the miners may cost more to mint down the line, but for those of you that are seeing this in the future, we'll have the ability to lease miners. So you'll be able to lease these miners for a certain period of time and be able to use them just like we use them. You just won't own them. Right? We own them because we've minted them and we've evolved them and grown them and all that different stuff. But for that new person that's coming in, if you just pay the fee to lease, you'll be able to lease these miners and be able to be a part of earning and mining this MQT yourself as well. Flexible claiming fees encourage long-term holding while keeping access to earnings. We always have access to our MQT. Flexible claiming fees, it gives you the ability to claim them after a day or after 10 days, right? Now, if you're claiming one MQT or you have a whole bunch of MQT and it's worth, less than $10, maybe you want to wait till it's $1 to claim. But if it's $1,000 a coin and it only costs $10 to claim it, and you've got 5 coins waiting there, 5 MQT waiting there for you, it's a no-brainer. That $10 is dropping the bucket. So, but those fees only help the ecosystem, all right? Let's keep this going. On down. Number 7, future ready and scalable. I always talk about being future proof, right? I've been talking about that for years, future proofing yourself. This is future proof, ladies and gentlemen. It's built to expand across multiple blockchains for integrations and partnerships. Right now, we've already seen it with a few blockchains. We've seen it with the Binance blockchain. We've seen it with Avalanche. I think it's even on, they're waiting on Kai chain, but it has the ability to expand into other blockchains, ladies and gentlemen. Who knows? This could be on XRP one day. Who knows? Gamification elements like arenas quotas, achievements, and leaderboards will keep users engaged. There's a lot of cool stuff going on right now, even down to what the NFTs look like now. They look amazing, and no one of these miners are alike. They are all different. They are all unique, and that's a beautiful thing. Smart contract-driven upgrades ensure a continuously evolving experience. I think that's an amazing thing. Movequest empowers users to improve their well-being and learn crypto while building sustainable digital assets. I think that's an amazing thing. Now, I won't be able to get into a lot of this stuff today because I'm short on time, but I want everyone to see what Lynette is talking about in the hatchery and why it's so important to be involved in the hatchery. All the hatchery needs of you is to deposit your MQT. You pay your avalanche fee, whatever that is, depending on the hatchery tier that you're involved in. You claim the miners immediately. They give you the miners immediately. You can put them to work. If the leasing is available when you decide to take a part of this hatchery, then you have the availability to do that. If you are in the tier 4 hatchery, you'll have the ability to earn MQT rewards as well. As we'll see later on in this presentation, for those of you that watch it, I'm not sure if I'll have time to talk about it, but for those of you that watch it, you'll be able to see how in the tier 4 hatchery, over time, the rewards that we are getting, even if the price stayed the same, we're going to be in profit after these 222 days. And it's all worth it. No matter what miner you decide to take part in this hatchery, it is worth your time, all right? But you must submit your proof of physical activity to earn those MQT rewards, okay? So must be a part of the ecosystem. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there doing the stuff that you're doing every day anyway, why not submit your proof of physical activity? All the fees match up to your miners and what they are capable of doing. So even if you have the lowest level miner, if you're out there putting in, getting the steps in and you're doing the work, it's not going to cost you that much in fees to be able to earn a profit, all right? Lock MQT to earn versus spending MQT to earn, all right? There's a lot more benefits to locking it up than to just spending it all the time. But if you are a person that really believes in this project, you might see this as an opportunity to still earn daily rewards, but really pour into making sure that you're getting these miners acquired. You merge two Vanguards to get the Titan. I think we all understand that. And if you don't, please understand that you cannot get a Titan in the hatchery. You can only get up to Vanguards. So that being said, it takes 2 Vanguards to get a Titan, all right? Now let's move on forward. Let's see what else it has for us. I don't have too much longer to be in this video, but they talk about the hatchery here, which you'll be able to see. They talk about the different hatchery mining rewards, the community deposit to 279,000 MQT is 0.001846 MQT per deposit. So she kind of goes through what that means, but it's talk about the earnings that you have the ability to have over the amount of days that this has been going on. It's been going on since February 1st. This particular example, someone took advantage of the tier 4 hatchery. They got 39 Vanguards, right? So that cost them 944 MQT, right? Which is $8,775 worth of MQT, okay? The hatching fees was 15% of that. So they had to pay $1,300, a little over $1,300 in avalanche, right? But the potential earnings for MQT is 386 MQT. That's just in the rewards. You're going to get this 944 MQT back. And who knows what that'll be worth in 222 days. It could be worth the same. It could be worth $8. We'll still be earning those earnings every day for submitting to our proof of physical activity. So we're getting a piece of that every single day, right? As you can see, after 9 days, they've already earned 15 MQT from this. Now, this is a set amount of MQT that they're getting every day as a reward that is no longer a part of that reserve. That reserve ended, the reserve that we were getting from August 1st to February 1st, that ended on February 1st. So the last day of January is when that ended, all right? That's still going to be released to us. And I think there's a graphic that shows that. I thought I saw it here. I think that's released to us at 25,000. That's going to be released to us at 25,000 wallets submitted. And then it'll get to another level at 50,000 while it's submitted. All right. So this kind of talks about the example of a navigator hatchery minor rewards over the span of 222 days. That person, that even if the price doesn't go up, if that price stays at $8.05, they would have still came out with a total profit of $160, and then you can, right? We see that at the bottom here. Now they talk about, and this is all the stats here, and I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'll probably do another video on that just because I'm short on time today. But I really want to encourage, in this video, the call to action is to go watch this video. That's the call to action today. Go and watch this video for yourself. It's an hour long. If you need some time to take the time to watch it, all right, it's worth it. But they show it as the price, if the price were to be 100 at that 222 days. That's a profit of $1,684 just for participating in the hatchery at the navigator level, the lowest level. I think that's an amazing thing. All right. And of course, they go through all the different levels here of the market value of explorers, the vanguards. They talk about the evolving process, and they did mention that they're going to make that a little bit easier to do. I don't know how they can make it much easier to do other than just to make it live. And for those of us that are sharing this, make it easy to streamline the link that we get from movequest.com or the link that we have in the back office to the user. All right. So they don't have to go through any other mediums to sign up. I think that'll make it a lot easier. But this is rewarding yourself. And this is one thing that I want to make sure that I mentioned in this video. This opportunity is about rewarding yourself to be the best version of yourself. All right, whatever that may be, but we're on a physical journey here. This is we're not gonna sugarcoat it. You're gonna have to physically move. All right. I know a lot of you are afraid of what that means for you. And I hope less people are afraid of what that means for you than there are. I hope that's the minority, those of you that are afraid of what this means for you. But for those of you that are afraid, I challenge you to take the plunge. I challenge you to challenge yourself, all right, and reward yourself, all right? At the end of this 222 days that you participate in the hatchery, make it a challenge for yourself. Even if it's just 90 days, go on a 90-day challenge of just trying to get the most amount of physical activity that you can out of yourself, and just see what can happen to yourself and what you've earned in MQT. All right. Now these graphics, these numbers are kind of split up in the value in saying that, hey, these top right here, if you were to have 8 navigators, 8 trailblazers, 8 explorers, 8 vanguards, 8 titans at that market level that it's at right now, that $8.05. If you were to participate in the hatchery, I think that's what it's saying. This is the amount of profit that you'd be able to see potentially at the end of that time just for participating in the Tier 4 hatchery. If you were to get 8 navigators, we're seeing a profit of $1,283. And the math is done, right? I'm not just jumping to this and just saying stuff. If you watch the video, the math has been done. So the math is math, all right? But for those of us that see the vision of this project and believe that this project could be $100 in market value at the end of that 222 days, here's the type of profits you could be seeing for those of you that take the plunge. So I'm 8 titans in. All right, all my docking slots are filled. All right, so they go through some more math here about the tokenomics and liquidity. I won't go through all that right now, but just know that they go through that in this video. So if you're interested in that, go for it. Here's something that I want to mention. Movequest mirrors Bitcoin. We talked about that earlier in the video. We've been talking about that in many different videos. With scarcity enhancements to ensure there is no oversaturation of tokens, except to meet supply and demand based on community growth. So from August 1st, when they started on the Avalanche blockchain, to August the 1st, 2025, the daily mining rewards have been 2,500 per day, right? That 183-day reserve was up to February 1st, right? It was a reserve of 2,500 for a total of 5,000. And there's no more of this reserve going to a reserve. This is now going to the hatchery rewards. So for those of you that participate in the Tier 4 hatchery rewards, those reserves are now going to that. But the 183 days of reserves is still in our reserve contracts specific to us that have been involved at that August 1st time to the February 1st time. All right. Whenever you decided to start mining, whatever days that you submitted, that reserve was accounted for you. So we'll hopefully be able to see that in our back office as well. But from August 1st, 2025 to August 1st, 2028, the daily mining increase will be at 5,000 when we get to 25,000 daily submissions. So that's 25,000 wallets in a day. That's 25,000 separate wallets, all right, submitting every day. We'll be able to see that increase to 5,000. And when it gets to 50,000 daily submissions, so when our community grows to 50,000 wallets submitting daily, it'll grow to 7,200 daily mining, daily MQT that is available to be mined per day. All right. The difference between 2,500 and 7,200 is earned in the rewards hatchery. All right. Let's see if there's anything else we need to speak on here. I definitely want to touch on that. But this Movequest hatchery dynamics, just to touch on real quick, this encourages hodling versus overselling. As we know that overselling can be a problem in any token, in any coin. If a community decides to oversell, it affects the price. It affects supply and demand. Liquidity pool growth is the orange line, right? As more MQT is locked up in this hatchery, liquidity steadily increases. Selling pressure, which is the red line, as MQT remains in the hatchery over that 222 days, and we have the ability to renew and jump back in that hatchery whenever we want, or add more to the hatchery whenever we want, it reduces market strain and immediate selling decreases, all right? Now, by the time users receive their MQT rewards after 222 days, right? So they're getting the MQT plus the rewards. Whatever you put in the hatchery, you're getting back. And you're getting rewards for it if you're in the tier 4. The liquidity pool is strong enough to support selling without major price impact. This hatchery ensures price stability and sustainable growth. In addition to the positive market impact, if you were one of those persons to tighten up and get those 8 Titan miners, you're going to save $2,800 because you're getting all of that MQT back. And you were able to take advantage of those 8 Titan miners because you went ahead and got them immediately, right? You went ahead and you evolved your vanguards into those Titans. Anything else I want to share from the meeting? They talk about the tokenomics. Make sure you get in there and look at where they are right now. They talked about the health of the project as it stands as of yesterday, what their goal is, and all that different stuff. They go through that. They talk about the price and all that stuff. She goes through a really in-depth, thorough presentation last night. So I suggest everyone jump in here. February 15th is the date that we've been told that we're going to start seeing things go live. Of course, we have not had the best luck with dates being what they are planned to be because this technology is unprecedented. It has never been seen. So I give grace, give plenty of grace, and whatever grace I can give. This project is an amazing project. I hope a lot of you see it as an amazing project. For those of you that need more information on what I just talked about, you can rewind the video again, or I highly even further suggest getting in my Telegram group, which is in the link below. The links for joining Movequest are in the description below. Get down there, get the information that you need. Watch this video. I always post the videos in my group. They have a Discord, which is available in my group and as well on the movequest.com site. You can go and check it out and get a part of the Discord and get this information firsthand for yourself. I highly suggest that as well, especially if you are a person that really believes in what Movequest is doing. This is going to be a project that changes your life physically first, okay? This is going to change your life physically before it's going to change your life financially, all right? That's what I know, and I've been a part of this since August of last year. My life has changed physically, without a doubt, all right? For those of you that want more proof, you can follow me on Instagram. Okay, at Bank of Gerald. I ain't hard to find. I'm not hard to find. But I'm just waiting to see what this does financially. We're about to be a year in this summer, at the end of the summer. And I expect a lot of big things, a lot of community growth, a lot of lives being changed, a lot of success stories and testimonials. I know I'm going to see them. I know I'm going to see them. I know I'm going to see them. All right. Will it be yours? You're going to see mine. You're going to see mine. Your boy's over here feeling strong now. All right. And I only want the most for my community. For those of you that have been watching me over the years, I've always said that we will be looking for a platform that involves crypto, that we understand can change the lives of many folks with cryptocurrency, but also has the opportunity to sustain itself, to last, to be able to talk about years down the line. And who knows, this may be the only platform that a person may need to really change their lives all the way around. I can't wait till we start getting together with the people, start meeting belly to belly, start having some of these events and quests and challenges. And, you know, there might be some Movequest sponsored athletic events going on. I'd love to fly around the world to be a part of some of these events, man. That would be so cool. And to be one of the people at the forefront as a pioneering member of Movequest, which I do call myself, even though I'm not on the leadership council and all that great stuff. I call myself a pioneering member of Movequest. I've taken a lot of sacrifice personally to be able to really start to understand this platform and put it to the forefront in my community. And for those of you that see it for what it is, great. For those of you that don't, hey, maybe you'll come to it, maybe you won't. I'm not here to convince anybody, but I'm here to show you guys what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how it's changing my life. And I do believe it'll change the lives of many people. All right. You might be a physically fit person, but you don't know what this could do for some people in your community. All right. So think about something further than yourself for a second. What could this do for others? We are living in a world where many people could benefit from moving from the sedentary lifestyle that we've been so accustomed to and getting more physically active and more physically fit. MoveQuest could move us in that direction and it can reward us for moving in that direction. All right. Put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all of your wallets, because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west, y'all. If you ain't strapped, you are bound to get hacked. All right. Ask me how I know. It's not very fun at all. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, and please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp, man, because if he gets you, there's nothing I can do to help you, all right? Stay diligent, stay vigilant in this space and in the comment section as well. I will see y'all on the next one. It's your boy BOJ. Peace out. And let's get moving, y'all. Let's get moving.